Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at this absolutely enormous loop roller coaster. Now you can see it's actually built over my shoulder. This thing is huge, so I've had to destroy the whole Lego room just to squeeze into this space to be able to do this unboxing video. Now we are looking at item number 10303. This is now on the retiring list for 2024, I do believe. So if you like what you see in this video, keep your eyes peeled for that stock level on the Lego website. Now, as per normal, what we're going to do, we're going to go through the instruction booklet, take a good look at the box artwork, and obviously we're going to have a look at all the amazing minifigures this set comes with as well. So with that being said, let's get to it. So as normal, start off with the box artwork, and on the top of the box includes all of these amazing minifigures. Now obviously we're going to be taking a look at all of these minifigures in much greater detail, and of course the smaller builds that come with it, including the hot dog stand, the cute little park bench that has the squirrel and a sign, which now basically makes me want to change my whole display. And we have got this amazing little pretzel thing. But if we carry on from the top, this set is so big, they can't actually fit the picture on the front of the box. So the actual shaft of the tower has to loop all the way across the top, and then it carries on coming down. Now I know we've suddenly got dark, it's because the lights are being towered by the actual set and this box as well. But this is item number 10303, 3,756 pieces. It is an 18+ set, and it is under the Fairground collection range. So that is that thing just there. So if you want to hunt any more of these down, there is a few to hunt down, and we will be taking a look at those in the instruction booklet as well, because it does have all of them in there, which is very, very handy. And this is the little park bench. So you can motorize this if you want to. You can see the part numbers that are needed. So you do need item number 88015, and of course you need a secondary number 88013. So you need both of those just to be able to power this going around continuously. Now the length of this thing, the length is 92 centimeters or 36 inches in height, and then the width is 85 centimeters or 33.5 inches that way. Now I have got a base plate ready because this shape of this threw me completely. It is just slightly, I think it's 30 studs deep on this side, and then as we come in it gets much more narrow, so it doesn't take up as much space I thought it was going to on the table, but it is just this height you've got to contend with the ceiling height. And then we have got some nice little photos on the back of all the different bits and pieces that we can have a look at, and then obviously as we're panning through, well, it is all the different bits and pieces that are in the set. Moving on to the instruction booklet and the sticker sheet, I will be overlaying photos as we go through. So this was the sticker sheet included. To be honest, it's not too bad. The stickers actually do add to this quite a lot, because you've got these two down here which do look very, very effective indeed, and then you've got all the bits and pieces over the entrance sign as well. Now if we ignore the minifigures that have fallen over, that I knocked it with the box, this is where it gets interesting, because you have the timeline of every single Fairground set that it was or is available. So 2014, you had the actual truck. That is a really nice looking set. It is the Fairground mixer, and it's item number 10244. As we're moving through, we've then got the Ferris wheel, which is a beautiful looking thing. It is on my list of things that I really would like to add to the collection. That is item number 10247. Then we've got the beautiful carousel, which is item number 10257. Massive base on that one. It's quite difficult actually to get that placed. Then we have the red roller coaster, which I do own, and there will be a direct comparison video coming, which is going to be an absolute nightmare to film. But this is item number 10261, and this thing is enormous. And the latest one, which is out, I still believe is available, is the item of 10273, which is the Haunted House. Now I have seen these still at some of the Lego parks, but I'm not too sure if that's now been discontinued on the Lego website, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, because if this is going, I would have thought this would have gone from 2020. So there might be overlappings. I have just come back from a foreign country and I have seen this still in box, but this thing is beautiful because it is a drop tower ride. Now as we start to tuck in, we go into the brand new set, which is this one, item number 10303, and this comes from 2022. As we're coming over, you've got the really nice photos, really nice pictures, all these bits and pieces, and of course we meet the designer, which is always nice to do, and you can have a read about how it all got put together. Now, as we're coming through, there's a lot of bags. Bag number 1 is interesting. I actually built that last because I didn't want to lose any of these pieces, because it is all of the smaller builds with a huge amount of minifigures. You actually get all the minifigures in one bag rather than all of the bags as you go through. But you can see how it's built. So bag 2 to 7, you build that bit, and then bag 8 to 15 you build the shaft. So the length of that thing, as you can see in these photos, was very, very difficult to build, especially when it was let down full on this IKEA table. Now this table is 1 meter long, what you are looking at in the photos, and it did become quite difficult when you had to keep turning the set around, because I had to keep crawling under the table because I didn't want to knock it over. And then you can see we just tuck straight into bag number 1. Now I don't think there's any goodies on the back of this one, and it is just a single instruction booklet, but you can see you've got all these pieces, and then that is how it finishes. And this is under obviously the rebuild the world section. And actually we do have a way to carry the model. Now this is quite interesting because I didn't even know this bit was in here. So that is how you power it up. So if you want to pay attention to that, obviously you can do something I'm not going to do, and then you can see all about the components, and then how to carry the model. Cup it underneath, don't rip it open and rip it, basically don't hold it by the track. That is not the correct way to do that. And then that is the final page. Now we will move on to the minifigures. Right, I know I'm not set up for the correct lighting, but we will do what we can do. So starting off with this first smaller build, it is this beautiful little bench. So you can see you've got enough probably for 3 minifigures on there if you want it to be nice and close. And then you have got the squirrel on there, then you've got the little flowers and everything just on this bit. Now this is the sticker that wants me to change my whole display, because now we have got the haunted house, we've got the carousel, we've got the smaller fun fair little Ferris wheel, and then obviously we've got this big loop roller coaster. So the fact that all of these now are pretty much retired, I think, because I got a very, very funny feeling that haunted house has gone. That went a little while ago. We might be getting a new wave of bits and pieces, so it'll be interesting to see what comes out in the future. But that is obviously from bag number 1, and that's what it looks like on the back. Now moving on to the little hot dog stand, this is a cool little thing because, well, you've got all of the buns, all the little hot dogs and everything up at the top. And then you've got all of the different sauces and everything on the side. You've just got the 1 sticker to add on to that. So you can see if you want it with or without sauce, it's 5 or 9, depending on what it is. But I have not seen any coins in Lego for a long, long time, because normally you get given 100 note. So I don't know how you're going to get any change from that, but I think this is a cool looking thing. And then you can see again on the back, you have got, I'm assuming that is for you to be able to grab the hot dog and just put it in the bun, obviously as the worker. So we've got good hygiene going on with this one. But what I do quite like, just with these two side by side, is obviously you can then start to stagger these about like so, and then you can really start to fill it in front. So that's what we'll have a bit of a play with just before this video ends. Now, getting those two out the way, moving on to the next one, this pretzel cart. So this is a nice little thing, because these are dotted around in a lot of the theme parks, especially further afield. Not so much in the UK. We don't kind of have these at the Legoland parks and things like that, but over at Universal Studios, these do tend to be all over the place, especially when you're going down the New York / sort of Hollywood section. But you can see, nice little build on the side, nice little build on the back. I'm doing my very, very best to keep my arm out of the way of these lights. I know it's a little bit dark, but you can see you've got all the spare ones up on there, and then you've got that nice little bit at the top. So overall, that is a nice thing. But I think, just for the colour and everything else, this is probably the better build, to be honest. So I haven't seen this done before. I'm sure it's been about ages. But you've got a normal little bike that you put the wheels onto, and then you connect it underneath where the handlebars go. You actually push it into a separate build, and then you've got all of this nice little bits and pieces on the front. So you can see you've got all of the different coloured balloons. I do like the fact that the balloons are all at different heights, so that is always a nice looking thing. And you can see you've got the red, you've got the blue, you've got the green. I think that does come through cleanly enough with regards to the actual build itself. So that was a good little bit of fun just to put together. Now, that is all of the smaller builds. So I just put the 4 small builds together and quickly move the camera about, because like I said, this thing is so big, I'm not too sure how I'm going to get it all in one shot. But that is what you get, and that is potentially what you can do and move them around, because don't forget, this thing does just keep going and going and going. It's filthy, to be honest. It's unhealthily tall, and I love every bit of it, because I think it will look very, very nice when it's actually in the display. But let's get this out of the way. Let's get all of these pushed to the one side, and then we'll go straight in to the minifigure. Now I guess we might as well start with the balloon one. This I think is the most colourful minifigure in all of these, so I think this one does look very, very smart indeed. You've got the nice bright pink cap. I think it's just got a single face print on this one. Let's turn his head round. Yes, he does. He's just got a single print on there, but you can see the nice balloon print on his actual torso. I think That is very, very nice indeed. You have got the really nice vibrant blues, oranges, pinks, lime, and of course you've then got all of the patterns of the balloons as well on the front, and then you've got even more on the back. So as a print goes for a minifigure, I really do like this one. I think it does look very, very smart indeed. And of course you can then just add the cap on, and then he says, and then you can just get in behind the cart or on the actual bike itself, and then you are away. So obviously you can get some nice photos and things like that. Obviously you just have them at the front selling the balloons. So that is a nice little balloon stall, and it does, well, there we go, it's gone. Gone. Now, I do believe this will be the hot dog chap, I would imagine. So you could be, only because, well, he has a sweat on. So there is some nice detail in all the prints of the minifigures on these, and this one, obviously, you've got the nice little sweat on the front and a nice little sweat on that side, because obviously he's hot, and then you've got nothing on the back. So it's just plain on the back with plain trouser, no print, and then you've got the nice little red just across the top, no print on the arms, but he's just a basic chef. But instead of having a chef's hat, obviously he has a baseball cap, because that is the trendy thing to do. Now the one that confuses me is this young lady just here. Now it's a fantastic minifigure, and I'm glad that I've got it, because I have got a few of them. But the reason why it confused me a little bit, it's nothing to do with the top half, it's this. So we have a Lego logo on the back, which is perfectly fine, but all of the other Fairground collection sets, the people that run the rides are in this attire. But this time, I do believe it's photoed for this young lady to be with the pretzel stall. So I'm not 100% sure whether to put her into my official Lego store set that I've got and just have her an employee of there, or we add her all the way over to this bit just here, which we'll be taking a look at, because that is where she is photoed and stood, and she is the one operating the actual ride. So I don't know if it's going to look odd just having one yellow torso minifigure mixed in with all of the other bits and pieces, because I am 99% sure that this is the first time we have been given a Lego torso print in the Fairground collection, and I don't mind it whatsoever. But you can see with regard to it, nice bright blue trousers, nice print on the back. Now the nice thing is with this one, obviously it's just got your nice little cheeky smile. If I turn the head round to the side, it has got a hearing aid added in as well, which is something that they are starting to do a little bit more now, and I like that. I really do like that kind of thing. I think it's just a nice touch that Lego is starting to do that a little bit more with regards to just the little bits like that. It doesn't stand out too much. You can see it just behind the hairpiece, and I am assuming that is what it is supposed to be, and not an earpiece to communicate on the actual ride. Now I could be completely wrong, but that is how I interpret that, but you might interpret it completely different. So moving on to the next minifigure, obviously it's the one that I've just picked up and compared as the vendor for the pretzel. Now this one is, I think it's the first minifigure I own with the big sort of eye print on the front with the big glasses, but I know this has been out for a little while, because obviously this set has been out for a while now, so I think they have used this head in quite a few sets now. But again, you can see you've just got I've always associated this print with all of the Fairground / vendor type stuff, because I do believe that is also the same print shirt that you get in some of the wagons as well. So I wonder what they're going to be doing on the next one, because I'm intrigued to see about that already. Now, talking the next one, this minifigure just here, really nice hairpiece on this. You've got the really nice red print, and then or mould, shall I say, because you can see it's got all the nice spikes and everything on there. I think this is the first one I own of this as well. But you have got the open jacket with the little flag, I do believe, that is on the inside. It's got the nice denim, and then you have got all the detail of the buttons and everything just on there. So if I get my hands out of the way, hopefully now you'll be able to see that nice and simply. And then as we spin this one round, you have got a nice little belt, I do believe, on the back, with some nice little patterning going across the sort of between the shoulder blades, or down directly underneath the shoulder blades. And you can see you've got all the other little detail just going on that one. Now sticking with really bright coloured hair, we've gone from bright red to bright blue. So you can see what this one looks like with regards to the torso print on this. You've got the nice little sort of flower, sort of florally type top with the little belt, and then you have got the nice little sort of almost like cardigan type pockets on there. It's a nice blue actually, so hopefully it's coming through in the camera okay. Ice white trousers with the nice little crease just underneath the bottom, and again you've got that little bit just across the top. And then with this one you have got dual face, so that is the one face, and then obviously you've got that one on the other. So some of these minifigures do have nice reactions, because obviously you can get these on the ride. Now let's just check this one as well. Yes, so you've got the winking face on this one, or you've got that one which we were taking a look at. Now keep the winking face on there just to remind me to show you all of the dual faces in a second together. Now moving on to this one just here. Now obviously is she going to have happy dual face, or is she going to be absolutely terrified getting on the ride? But the print again looks nice. You've got all the different buttons just up across the top of the blouse, and then you've got the bits that kick in just on there. Pretty much plain on the back, apart from the deeper pink just underneath. Plonk her hair off, there it is. So she is absolutely living the dream with that one. She looks terrified, so she'll go front and centre on the roller coaster. Get some nice photos of those two just there. Moving on to this one, you can see how all these minifigures are starting to pile up now. A nice sunglass print on this one with a nice jacket as well, so you can see you've got the lighter blue. Hopefully, again, it's shining through. You've got the zip, which is coming through on this waistcoat, or the coat, shall I say, and then you have got all the little bits of printing on the back. So again, overall, all these minifigures so far do have really, really nice prints. Plonk his hairpiece off, spin that one round, and there's no dual face on this one. So it does seem to be, it is a hybrid of dual faces or not for this set, which is not a bad thing whatsoever. Now again, this one, very nice, got a good looking sort of torso print on this one. You've got a, I'm assuming it's a bag that is going over her shoulder down to her hip, and then you have got a necklace, and what else is on there? You've got a bit of gold and a bit of blue going just underneath her chin as well. So there's a lot going on with this one, and then you can see you just got the basic green trouser print on the back. Oh, there it is. So it's a big backpack on the back, and then you can see you've got the really nice shiny zip bit on there as well. So hopefully again that's coming through okay. And again, a big old hairpiece on this one, and then putting that one round, and she's living the dream. So that is a happy looking minifigure. Moving on to this one, and this could come in handy for the new gaming coaster that has just been announced, or should I say just been released. So this is the same sort of print and pattern that you are starting to get on quite a lot of these other sort of arcade minifigures now. Got the sideburns on this one, and there is he might go front and centre. He might go right on the front as he's going down. I can get some nice photos of that one, so you can see just what's going on with that. You've got the light sort of lime green just at the bottom, and then just on the back you've got the same thing where it just wraps around just on there. So overall, some good looking minifigures so far, and I do believe, put the hair the right way around, you just have this one left. So with regards to this one, tiny little one, so you've got the little, it's the only one that is obviously supposed to be a child, but the only problem is the legs don't bend, which is a little bit of a shame because obviously he can't get on the coaster. But the reason is as we move him all the way back, he might not just be tall enough to get on the ride. So there's probably a reason for that, because you can obviously have a photo opportunity if you want to. I do believe actually, if I put him right beside the sign, no, he is not tall enough to get on the actual ride. Now I will get all these minifigures together for the last time, so you can pick and choose and let me know in the comment section below what is your favourite minifigure, because there is quite a few of them, as this chap refuses to stand up. So this is the problem doing it on this table, because the table's actually wonky as well, which is not exactly ideal. But we have got quite a lot of minifigures. Let's get the balloon guy off, and we will try and stand you up for the final time. As you fall over again, you can stay face planted on the table. There we go. So that is the selection and collection of the minifigures that are included within this set. Swap cameras over because I know this one works a little bit better when I move it around, and then that is all those bits and pieces. Now this is now time to have a look at the actual set itself, and obviously it is absolutely massive. Now I have got a base plate down for everybody now, so I think this is 30 studs depth. So you can see you've got 2 studs left just there, and then there's nothing going in front of it, and then it does kick in quite a lot. So this is on, like I said, a normal standard IKEA table. I have got space to push it back if I wanted to, but the only thing is you've got that overhang with the track just over here, so you do have to be careful with regards to just how far you push it back. But with regards to all of the detail, it is a cool looking thing. So if we actually start, we'll plough all of those minifigures out the window, because you will come in to the entrance itself. Now down on here, as that one has definitely fallen over, you can see you've got the 2 different stickers on there. So you've got the items that are not allowed. You're not allowed a hot dog, you're not allowed a balloon, a hat or a squirrel, and each one of those are included within the set. And there is a nice little Easter egg just above the sign where you have got a floating balloon stuck in the ride. So obviously it's a nice little bit of fun. With regards to the actual queue line itself, you wrap it round, you go through the actual path. You can see you go up the stairs, you've got a little ladybird just in there, and then you come through, and as you can see with the photo, this is what it looks like. So you have got all the different stickers and everything located on the back, and this is obviously where you queue up to get onto the actual ride itself. With regards to all the detail at the front, Nice and simple, but very, very effective with regards to the shrubbery and greenery. And obviously you can add your own in if you want to. And then, well, it begins. The actual building process of this was impressive, but it did take up quite a lot of space, but it was enjoyable. Now, I have, in fact, I know I've done something wrong with this standard procedure. I think I put the counterbalance on just a little bit too high. I think I was supposed to stop the counterbalance here. So literally just like that, I think is where it should have gone. And I think I've messed it up. So I have to figure out a way of just dropping that down a little bit, because you'll see exactly what's about to happen in a second. So as we come through, I don't think there's any other hidden detail. There's no hidden detail on the back. I've got to crawl underneath the table and I can't be bothered to do that. But I do like the fact that we can just have a nice little queue line, and then obviously you can add in all the minifigures, and we can have I'll basically put a load of hats and everything on there that have just fallen off. It's sturdy enough with regards to the track, but obviously with the track, as it comes up and over, if you don't break your neck coming down the first bit and you manage to survive the first loop, your head is definitely falling off on the second loop, and then as it wraps around, I will end up having an ambulance waiting just here to be able to save your body parts. Now, see, that does go on, so this bit works absolutely fine. So that is how that bit goes on. And then as you start to raise that up, the brake then comes in. So if you did have a secondary car in there for whatever, not that you can, it won't go on that bit. Now, to a point, it works fine. So if I do it slowly, it will go, but it's slipping on the teeth. So I don't know if I've got one link in too many. I just need to make the chain a little bit tighter, which is really annoying, but you'll see exactly what the problem is in a second. So if I bring this all the way up and I cheat, it does work. So we come all the way up to the top, feed that onto the track, gone too high, round it goes, and that is how fast that ride is. Your head will definitely fall off, but something should have happened. That should have dropped all the way back down to the start. Now, I know the table's not level, so that's why I'm not actually going to try and fix it here. I want to fix it where it's going to go, because I know that table is level. So I don't know if it's just something as simple as it's just over ever so slightly, and it just wants to try and come down like that. But it should have come down straight away. But I think with this cantilever being a little bit too long, it's just putting up a bit of a fight. But it does come down eventually, but you have to raise it up and pull it back down again, and I can undo it. So it will work. Oh, he says, well, I've just broke the chain. That's not good. And I'm not taking that out either. I'm always honest with these bits and pieces, so I don't know if I've done something wrong or what, but that clearly is not happy. But it worked once, so I am happy. I'm happy with that, but I can't get any more B-roll footage of it shooting around. So I'm not embarrassed by that whatsoever. That is just a standard thing on this channel. It's either a disaster series or not a single fact given. But I really do like this. I really do like the colours. I think it's really nice, bright and vibrant. I do like the red backdrop behind that. It's just a shame that obviously that is now my downtown Gotham City. But with regards to now this not being able to do it, I really haven't got anything else to show you, I don't think. So with that being said, I think that is it, and I am done. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. In the comment section below, let me know if you are interested in getting this, or if you have had a problem with the chain. I think I've done something wrong. I know when there was nothing on it, it did go all the way up and come all the way back down again, but there is something somewhere that is wrong. And the other thing that you do get given in this before I leave, you got a lot of these little rubber bands. That's how all of this kind of thing connects. It could be something as simple as, like I said, it's just not quite straight and one of these aren't running smoothly, but I am not hiding the fact that it doesn't work properly, because I am an idiot. So with regards to all these little bits and pieces that you see, would you like these as a smaller party pack, or a pack of stuff that you can get to add into your own collection? Let me know what your favourite minifigure is. This one really does not want to stand up. So let me know what your favourite minifigure is. Let me know exactly, if you were to get it, where would you put it, and would you have the space? But they are now all back up, which means I can end the video. So guys, again, one more time, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll see you next one.